Well, the new COVID-19 Omicron variant, which has triggered alarm all over the world, is now posing new risks for the American people. This comes at a time when the Biden administration is attempting to control the spread of the latest strain of the virus. In the latest, it's focusing on booster shots as a key weapon to protect the nation against the variant. The World Health Organization, in its latest update, said that it's still too early to know if the new variant, known as the Omicron, is more transmissible than the Delta variant. Meanwhile, the issue of vaccine resistance has taken on a new urgency in this country. According to a recent study, 32% of people in the United States remain unlikely to get vaccinated against the virus. The newest group of vaccine doubters are parents of children who have just received approval to get the shots. A poll which was conducted late in October shows that only 1 in 3 American parents want to vaccinate their 5 to 11-year-olds. According to experts, vaccine superstitions particularly track with a lack of trust in government. As of now, the United States has recorded a total of 23,000 cases in the last 24 hours. Meanwhile, the White House is urging Americans to get COVID-19 booster shots in order to help stem the new variant. Well, let's cross now to our correspondent, Susan Tehrani in New York, who has more on all of this for us. First of all, Susan, what has all this meant for those hopes that Black Friday shopping and consumer spending would help the economy? How has this Omicron variant discovery changed that?
So on Black Friday, 2 things happened. Regarding Omicron, stocks dropped significantly on Black Friday, and that was perhaps not a good sign considering the fact that it shows how volatile the stock market is because we don't know much about this variant. So that wasn't a good sign. But regarding shoppers, stores didn't see that many shoppers go and get the deals that they wanted to, perhaps because there weren't that many doorbusters deals and we didn't see big lines. It's not yet clear whether or not it was related to this virus or not, mostly because a lot of analysts believe it was related to the supply chain shortage and inflation, and also related to the fact that a lot of stores had already started sales a week in advance, and a lot of shoppers had, again, because of the fear of the supply chain shortage, done their shopping a lot sooner. That was related to Black Friday. There is hope that Cyber Monday, which is today in the United States, might make up for that. So we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, it was pretty cold here in Washington anyway to go to the shops last Friday. What about the fears and the worries about this new variant? Do you think Americans are concerned about it?
You know, it seems that Americans have made up their minds regarding COVID and Corona, one way or the other. There are those that really see this as a way of living to bypass it and something that they have to deal with. You know, they got the vaccine, they get their boosters, and they want to continue with their lives. There are others that are continuing to wait and see what happens. Understandably, with autoimmune diseases, the elderly, those who are compromised, that, you know, wait to see what happens next. But and then there are those that just don't believe in any of this and think that it's political. You know, it's a very politically charged environment. But whatever it is, Americans have made up their mind about how they want to deal with this virus. And for what it's worth, Dr. Fauci has said that he leans towards caution and not panic. So, and he also said that it'll be 2 weeks until we know whether or not the current vaccine that we have at hand will be effective towards this new variant or not. So that's where we stand right now. He also said that, you know, get your vaccines, get your boosters, and go ahead with masks. But I think for the most part, it's safe to say that Americans will continue to do what they have been doing with the other variants until they have more information.
What about the threat of potential restrictions again, lockdowns or travel restrictions? We've just had Thanksgiving, a big holiday, but Christmas is the next one coming up next month. Are there concerns that people's Christmas plans are going to be thwarted again?
Right, a lot of concern about that, notably with the economy and air travel on the one hand, and on the other hand, you know, governors again are going state by state to see how they want to deal with their residents and constituents. I can talk about here in New York, Kathy Hochul, where New York really was the epicenter of the COVID-19 pandemic at the very beginning. She took really strong measures on Friday and called for a state of emergency. She also stopped elective surgeries in hospitals very quickly again during the weekend. Some say this is extreme measures for a virus that we don't know much about. Others say it's a precautionary measure that must be taken. But, you know, an executive order perhaps for the state of New York on the one hand, but then you have a lot of red states who are saying that they're going to go along with their lives until they learn more about it, and they're going to rely on more information. So, as you know, in the United States, the law goes state by state unless the president issues an executive order. We'll have to wait and see what President Biden comes up with. He's going to be addressing the nation later on today.
Susan Tehrani in New York, thank you so much for all those updates.